Look at Biden's White House monkeypox response director. This is him at the White House podium, by the way. Take a listen to this first.
Sure.
The confusion that exists, the misperceptions.
Yeah, so I think, this virus transmits through very close skin-to-skin physical contact, often in the setting of sexual exposure. But there are other mechanisms for its transmission, including if you touch objects that individuals who've had monkeypox touch, or if you have prolonged exposure to respiratory droplets. With that said, signaling to people who are in the gay, bisexual, other men who have sex with men communities, and also transgender people who have sex with men, that it's really important to have awareness that it's circulating in the community is really a critical part of the messaging, while not generating inordinate concern and really focusing on the infection as linked to an identity. So it's just an infection. It's not linked to an identity. It just happens to be in the social network.
His name, by the way, for anybody interested, is Dimitri Daskalakis. And okay, so first of all, let's just get a monkeypox fact straight here. We have had 19,465 diagnosed cases of monkeypox just in the United States since this outbreak started. And those 19,465 diagnosed cases have resulted in one death. This one death, of course, is a tragedy. Anybody who loses their life, that's tragic. This person had comorbidities and was overweight. So that explains a little bit why this person might have been vulnerable to death of this virus. But if you do the math here, 19,464 people survived out of 19,465 people who were diagnosed. That is a 99.99% survival rating, which begs the question, what is the White House even doing having a monkeypox response coordinator? Why are they wasting people's time? What is their agenda here? Well, that's a question that we should answer. What is their agenda here? Let's take a look at who Dimitri Daskalakis actually is. If you do a little Google search of this guy to see what his background is, you will find this photo of Dimitri Daskalakis. Oh, there we go. Okay, so he's wearing a leather bondage harness. He's obviously a gay man. But what you'll notice here is he's not just a gay man taking a gay photograph of himself in a leather bondage a sexually deviant harness here. If you look at this harness a little bit more closely, and I had to look at this picture, so you guys have to suffer through it too, you'll notice that is a pentagram. It's shaped like a pentagram. What is the pentagram? The pentagram is the trademarked symbol of the Church of Satan. The Church of Satan that teaches hedonism through sexual deviancy. This is another picture of Dimitri Daskalakis. He is a radical leftist LGBTQIAS activist, and he's in the White House pushing that agenda. Another picture of him. Clearly, he's into sexually deviant things. Another type of harness and tattoos. And if you look at his tattoos, I mean, you don't have to look closely at his tattoos. You can leave that to me. That's part of what I have to suffer through doing this job for you guys. You'll see that there's a lot of satanic imagery. I mean, there's other photos of him. I mean, he dressed like some kind of demonic gay gremlin for a cycling class. This is what the left has embraced. This is not about equal rights for people with same-sex attraction. This is about you being forced to embrace really nasty, really twisted stuff. I mean, in the Biden administration, this guy isn't an aberration in the Biden administration. The Biden administration has staffed the upper echelons of the executive branch of the federal government with people who are sexual deviants just like this guy. I mean, you can look at in the Department of Energy, and by the way, I apologize in advance for showing you this photo, but this is someone at the upper echelons of the Biden administration who describes himself as a pup handler. What is a pup handler? That is a gay man who likes to pretend to have sex with men dressed as dogs. Okay, Matt, you can please take that picture away. I can't look at it anymore. It disturbs me. I'm traumatized by looking at this picture. And then, of course, we can't forget Rachel Levine, the transgender Deputy Undersecretary of Health and Human Services. This person that lived as a male for 50 years and then decided, oh, I'm a woman, and now pretends to be a woman and doesn't think that minors should have to get permission from their parents before going on puberty blockers and undergoing transing surgery. These are the sexual deviants that the Biden administration embraces. This is the ideology that the Biden administration wants to force on you. This is what's inherent to the so-called Respect for Marriage bill. This is why it's so insane to me that any Republican would consider casting a vote in favor of this.